Hello, hello. It is Annette Green here, hijacking the Elizabeth Craft Designs Facebook page. I know that it's going to take a minute for everybody to hop on, but I'm going to just chit-chat for a little bit till we get going. If you are joining us live, it's August the 2nd, 2021. And we're going to talk about brand new dies and brand new stamps and things that we can make with it, like notebooks, which I'll show you a couple of them, and we're going to make one together. And also I have a couple of cards over here I want to show you where I used just some smaller pieces of dies from the new die sets. So I'm seeing people hop in. Yeah. Can you guys hear me okay? I have a microphone on today, and I'm always concerned that my volume is too loud. I tend to want to scream like you're in the room, across the room from me. I'm waiting for you to come up on my iPad over here. It always takes a little bit of a couple minute delay. Sound check, everybody good? I see Maureen, Sil, Honora, hello, Beverly, Anita, hello. Okay, you guys, we're going to get rolling here in just a minute. Waiting for the iPad to catch up. I can see everybody on the phone here, though, so I'm just getting up on my toes. Hi, Nancy. There's Debbie. Sound is okay? We can hear you. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Trees. Sound is perfect. Okay, thank you, Kathy. All right, great. All right, so one more minute. Still waiting for my iPad. Everybody doing okay? I know that it's warm out. At least here in the States, it is very warm, even in South Carolina here. There I am in the corner. Okay, there we go. All right, I've caught up with y'all. Good evening from Flanders, Belgium. Yes. I can hear you now. All right, great. We have a lot of people jumping in. Wonderful. Okay. I always hate that first part, you know, like, where is everybody? And what do I say while I wait for people? First thing I don't want to forget, and I will say this many times over the course of the live, is congratulations to Shannon Bradley. Shannon was our winner from, today's Monday, so it was Friday's Facebook Live. She wins a $50 gift certificate from Elizabeth Crafts. So, yeehaw! Yay, Shannon. Congrats. Okay, hi from Poland. Natalia, hello. Katie, Diana, Jennifer. Overcast, perfect crafting weather. Indeed. Betty from Las Vegas. Hello, hello. And Ginger, there's my Ginger, my sister. All right. Okay, awesome. So I'll show you guys really quick a couple of samples, and this is the main one. We are going to make a full one ourselves, but this is basically just like a little journal. Could be a diary, could be a notebook, could be whatever you'd like it to be. You could take it on your travels. A little bit of a junk journal feel to it, just because I've mixed some pages in with line paper, some sketch paper, some watercolor paper, and that's just the inside. But we're going to talk about the outside and how I have used Planner Essentials dies to basically make this cover, and it's new stuff, so that's kind of fun. There's Jan Steiner, Denise, Linda, Kim. Welcome everybody. Monique up there. Hello from New Jersey, Charlene. Hi from Kansas. Wow, we're from all over. British Columbia. Awesome. Okay, and so that is one that I will show you, and that's like using the die as the page die as the full cover, like the entire page die makes the cover. I'll go into a little detail in a minute. So this is a very long and tall, almost like a traveler's notebook size. It's pretty big. But you can also do things like this. I made a little ABC book, and I just kind of whipped this one up this morning, you guys, because I wanted to do something smaller than this, and something maybe for kids that might be fun. So I made a little ABC book, and this is, of course, one of the new dies. I'll talk about that. And, of course, the new stitched letter alphabets. And there's some stamping back there with the new tall, what do we call those? Let's see, long and tall numbers. So I will go into details about all the stuff I've used on all the samples. But I made this quick little book, and I just basically put in 26 pages, and each one will have a letter. And my idea was, it could be something fun for a kid to have, and for you to go out with them and find things out in nature, or even around the house or on the way to school, where they can spot something that starts with that letter, maybe take a photo on their phone, or just write it down here, or anything you want to make it. So that was the idea behind that one. This one, just sort of junk journaling, like I said, something to jot notes, maybe take on vacation, and do what you like with it. Be a great gift. So we're going to make one together. Let me look and see who's jumped in here. We have Annie and Deborah and Els and Dennis, Jan, Tracy, hey Tracy, Debbie Stone is watching. Very good. And I apologize if I don't, I see people, I believe, that are Dutch, and I don't always know how to say your name, and I hate to murder it by trying. So I do see you there, and I'm so happy you're here. Steffi, Maureen, Brooke. Very good. Okay, so let's get started. And once again, congrats to Shannon Bradley. She won our $50 gift certificate for Elizabeth Crafts. She's going to have some fun shopping. So I think what I will do, I kind of have a loose plan for starting a brand new journal over here. And I'm thinking pinks and blacks. And I know somebody out there that's watching today that likes pinks and blacks, Ginger. And I've got some page things prepped. I'll show you in just a minute. But basically, I have decided to use, let's see, Planner Essentials 39, a brand new die. It has this wonderful torn page edge to it. And a couple of frames, which I'll show you on a cute little Halloween card over there, what I did with the frames. So that is going to be the start of my page here. Oops. And I have used papers from Reminiscence The Book number 2 because of the beautiful pink in there. Got all kinds of pieces here. So you can see there's that page die, right? Nice raggedy torn edge. And I decided that the size of this book is going to be a little bit shorter than the one I showed you at the top. So this one's 5 by 7, and this is just black chipboard we're looking at. So it's going to be a little smaller size. So I'm going to have to cut down my page die. Whoa! Oh gosh, you guys almost came right into my lap there. Did you feel that? So sorry. That's what my microphone, the cord is right there where I'm grabbing stuff, so I'm going to have to be very careful. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is get this squared up nice and straight, and I am going to cut the height of it to 6 3/4 because my album is 7 inches, my album cover. And we want to see a little bit of black showing all the way around, so it's starting off like that, right? But you might say, well, we have those holes there, and we're not really going to use those holes for this. What are we going to do about that? We are going to cover those up. So all I did on my original sample, you may have noticed, is I just put a strip of paper over it. And then I punched it, and I bound it with this cinch machine, which we'll talk about. You could definitely use the holes that are, especially in this case, because it was the entire page die. In this case, I have 5, so it's kind of a weird number. But You could definitely leave it as is and just use some small book rings in here for sure. I like the spiral kind of notebook look, so I use my little machine. Since I have it, might as well use it. Cora is late. So what, Cora? You're here. We don't care. I'm glad you're here. Doesn't matter. Who else is here? Brooke is here. Femke, Neeson, Drifty Wright, Belinda, Tovi, Janet. Wonderful. Okay. Yeah, I have to remember to look at the screen because I get to go in here and then I forget. Okay, so I'm going to put that on there. I already have my paper selected for the inside front cover. So I am using just some black soot distress ink. Florida Panhandle. Oh gosh, it's hot in Florida, isn't it? Who's that from the Panhandle? Jean. Oh, Jean, I feel your pain. It's hot there, I think. Okay, so that's going to go in there. And I will go ahead, since I'm on a roll here inking, get these inked for the inside back cover and then the back cover. Hello, Michelle. Love pink and black together, says Kristen. Me too. Me too. Kay Horn is watching. Welcome, Kay. Alrighty, and then my paper for my back cover is going to be this collage one. And if you didn't hear me at the beginning, I said that the all the papers on this particular one, notebook that is, are from Reminiscence The Book number 2, which is fantastic, of course. Okay, so I have everything inked, and I'm curious to know how many of you guys use glue stick like I do. I'm going to use glue stick. I know I could use tape. I could use double-sided adhesive and all that stuff, but I'm just going to use the good old Elmer's Extreme because it's fast, even though it's sticky and it can be a little messy. It is fast, and it does adhere very well to chipboard. It doesn't peel up ever. I use it all the time. So this is my back cover. So I'm just leaving about 1/8 of an inch of black space all the way around. I don't use glue sticks, says Therese. Well, I'm sorry. A lot of people don't like it. I totally get it. I don't mind it. I've always used it. For big stuff, you know. Okay, so this is inside back cover. I never use glue stick. I always put on too much or too little, says Deborah. Yeah, maybe because I've just used it for so long, I know what kind of works. And I also know that certain brands don't work as well as others. That's why I've always kind of stuck with this Elmer's Extreme. And gosh, you can get it everywhere, but Walmart has it super cheap. And I love it because you can slide it if you get it a little crooked before it sucks on there. I do love my art glitter glue, but you can't, that stuff sticks pretty fast. You gotta be on it. Okay, so there's my inside back cover, inside front covers next. I just keep moving my paper around so I don't lay anything in my glue. Need to buy glue sticks again. It used to be messy. Yeah, I don't know, they're so inexpensive. I hope that Els is having a good time. It looks like she is over there in the Netherlands, celebrating her mother-in-law turning 90. Did you guys see that picture? My gosh, she looks like Her mother-in-law looks like 60, if that. She looked good. She looked like she could be, how do you say Elle's husband's name? Yoop? Yoop's sister. Honestly, not his mother. She was really cute. All right, I got one more. And that will be the cover. So now it's going to be a little tricky over there where all that torn edge is, but if you just go in the direction of the torn edge instead of trying to go up and down like I'm doing over here, see how I'm going out over here where the holes are? If you turn it and you pull it carefully and lightly, not a big hard press, and just kind of glide it toward you, that's helpful. Okay. A tip I got is a magazine every time a new page. Yes, yes. I have absolutely no magazine subscriptions, but yes, I've heard that. That's an excellent idea. I saw her picture, and yes, they all looked so happy too. Yeah, they did. Okay, so there's my cover. Hands are a little sticky. I can keep, oh, look at that. Big glob of glue. Keep my baby wipe handy right here. Okay, so we have our little strip here. This time it's this pretty paper. And I'm going to put that right over where we see those holes. I can use the glue stick again, but honestly, because it's a smaller strip of paper, I think I'm just going to use some art glitter glue. Old magazines, telephone books, yeah, all that. Especially telephone books. Nobody uses those anymore, do they? Okay. Okay, cool. I am done with that. That's my back cover. Inside, front and back match. That pink and black edge, so pretty. Yep, thank you. Yeah, that's cool, right? Oh, I guess I should push that down a little bit. Okay, so a few more things I want to do. I went ahead and fussy cut out this beautiful flower. I just can't get enough of these images in this Reminiscence paper collection. Especially the book 2. Well, book 1 is, I use it all the time too. But 2, because it's fairly new, it's my new favorite. So I'm going to put that up there. And you see how I've inked the edges, of course, black, just to kind of set it out. Otherwise it would, set it off. Otherwise it would just look like it was part of the page. A couple of other things I have. This is fabric. Okay, I have all these scraps of fabric that I had cut out from, someone may ask, this is called Flea Market Mix from Kathy Holden by Moda, the fabric company. And so this is like the alphabet in script, and it's on pink background, so perfect. I'm going to get that in here somewhere. And the butterfly, of course, I cut this from black. This is from a new die as well. My gosh, you guys, this die is loaded. This one, I had to write to Esther because I was like, and I'm not sure that this arrow belongs in this set, so I'm going to put it over there. But I had to write to Esther and say, okay, wait, what, does this die really have this many pieces? Look at, this is all one die. This is Planner Essentials 42, the 3x4 card set. There are frames, there are words in the frames, there are these banners on both sides, 2 more frames with words, the other part of this banner, large butterfly, a couple other little pennants there, another butterfly, and 2 more frames. So it's full. And so I have used this butterfly here, and that's this one. It's so beautiful and it cuts so perfectly. So I'm wanting to work that in on the cover somewhere, and my little butterfly. And the reason why I use fabric is just because texture. That's really all it boils down to for me, is collage and texture, different textures. All right, so I'm taking a peek. That set looks so awesome. Yes, it is, for sure. And also, I will say it again, Shannon Bradley was our winner from the drawing from last Friday during the live for the $50 gift certificate. So congratulations to her. So I just want to put a few more things on the cover here. And I don't know where that's going to go exactly yet, but I got my butterfly. And I also have this, because if you recall, on the cover of this one, that's exactly what this was. It was the other tag, just like this. There's a sheet in the paper collection that has, I think, 6 of these. And I just, kept this part together and fussy cut out the rest. Because it really takes over if you just put the whole tag on there. And certainly on this one, since it's a little smaller. So we are going to do a little fussy cutting action. Well, I look at the comments. The butterfly is beautiful, Dorothy. I agree. Let's see. So I'm going to make a decision right now how much I want to fussy cut on here. I think I'll go ahead and take a little bit of this leaf. Every time I fussy cut something, I always ask how many people like fussy cutting and how many people absolutely hate it and don't ever do it. They avoid it like the plague. I actually enjoy it very much. It's very kind of therapeutic for me, and I don't find it difficult at all as long as I steer the paper and just kind of squeeze the scissors. It goes pretty quick. Get it out and use it. So much fun. The black really makes the butterfly pop. Yes, it does. Thank you. All right. So I haven't decided yet. I think I want this flower to actually be separate. I do. I've just decided. I was going to ask you guys what you thought, and then I was so rude I didn't even ask you. So I'm going to keep those leaves connected to my little label. Speaking of texture and journals, I wanted to make sure that you all had a moment to hop onto my YouTube channel and check out the mason jar junk journal that I did. It was on the Elizabeth Crafts blog. I don't know exactly when, maybe a week or two ago. And I have since sold the actual album on my Etsy shop, so I don't have the physical one to show you. But if you want to see how a junk journal comes together with pages made out of fabric and all kinds of different materials, I go into a lot of depth on how I did the fabric part and all the different types of media that I used inside. And I think I even maybe link to some of the products. I'm not sure. So there's my little label. And you see me inking with black, of course, to set it off from our background. I will fussy cut, but I don't love doing it, says Jean. What is the name of the die cut? I can't find it under number 42. The one with the butterflies. Planner Essentials 42, 3x4 cards. That's what I received as far as info. Design team members, we get our dies really early. Lucky us, but we don't get them in the packaging like you guys do. We get them just on sheets, like test sheets, I guess. I don't know what they call them. Golly, we could even put that down here instead of up, right? So I don't know yet. I kind of like the flower overlapping a little bit. And we do have to be a little mindful of punching our holes over here. So what do you guys think? Do you think that the fabric... I think the fabric kind of is too dark now that I see it. When I lift that away, and then when I put it back down, I like it better without the fabric. I need you guys to weigh in. And I know it's delayed, so I'm going to wait. I want to know. Oh, I know what I can do while I'm waiting for you to weigh in on that, is I am going to add the word joy, which I have cut out of the stitched alphabet die, another new one, which I will show you in just a second. I'm going to put the word joy. Actually, I should put that J first because it's real skinny. It's going to hang off the top, which is good that I didn't stick my flower down yet because I think I want to do this. Can you guys see? It seems so far away when I look up at my phone. All right, what are we saying? Agree about the fabric. Take it away? Yes, without fabric. Yeah, I think so too, you guys. You guys are right on the money. Yeah, it pops so much more on that lighter pink background. I agree. Okay, so joy. That looks pretty. All right, so we have that and we have our butterfly. And I think that's going to go there. And now I think that's got to go a little behind it. Yeah. Like, I don't know, like somewhere like that. Okay. Oh, that brings me a lot of joy. Yay. Okay. Both look fine, but without fabric is better. Yes, Dorothy, I agree. Without, the butterfly stands out more. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, we're all on the same page as far as that goes. So awesome. Well, I'll just save that for something else for sure. All right, so I have placed, before I die cut it, of course, the double-sided adhesive to make it so much easier to stick this baby down. So she's gonna go right about there. Is she straight? Close enough. Okay. Ina is here. That looks so pretty, says, oh, thank you, Jackie. All right, so we're going to get some adhesive on this guy. Has anybody seen Els here today? I know she's busy. She's having fun, but I wonder if she's with us here. We had another Els jump in, but it wasn't our Els Vanderberg. Love the vintage vibe. Yeah, me too. Thank you. Okay, I think maybe a little lower. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I think that's good. I think that's my cover. All right, so just to kind of show you, and hopefully I won't knock the camera completely out of whack here. By the way, I will be saving this because I got a lot of tag there yet to play around with. So just to give you some ideas of like what kind of papers you can put inside of a journal like this. This is, of course, from the same collection we've been using, the book too. And you can see I've pre-cut and pre-punched and rounded the corners and all that stuff. But the paper sizes for inside, in case you were ever to make your own, are 4.5 by 6.5. So those, I just did 5 or 6, just, you know, random things. I tried to stick with some pinks, but I mean, there's a bird, so he's brown. Okay, a couple of those. I don't know if I'll use all these, but these are just from sketch paper, like an off-white. These are like little grid sheets on a craft background from just like a notebook that I had. And then, of course, your good old ruled paper, cut to size and then punched. So that's kind of what I'm going to work with here, and I'm just going to, you know, just grab a handful of each. Maybe one of these, a couple of these. Oh, I got to put something else in here, you guys. I wanted to show you. So I'm just going to mix these up. No particular order. Definitely no exact counting of pages, any of that. I'm just grabbing and putting them together. Do my little bird. Okay, so I don't want to put too many. I don't want it to be too thick. Maybe about 1/2 of an inch thick. one of these, one of these, one of these, and is that good? Maybe just a few more, and then we'll put these aside for something else. Okay, so as you can see, these are all punched, all trimmed, ready to go. Now I have to show you this other thing, because you know, some people wonder, well, what can I put inside of it? I do have this book. I believe I first heard about this book from Tracy Fox. Do you guys know Tracy Fox? She's got a wonderful YouTube channel. Anyway, she talked about this book a long time ago, and I immediately went to Amazon and I ordered it. It's a beautiful book, Concise British Flora. It is the most beautiful illustrated garden kind of book, and very vintage feeling, just lovely. And I think Tracy scanned some of this so she doesn't waste the book, but I just tore the pages right out of the book because they're nice, kind of sturdy pages. They're not super duper glossy. I mean, they're a little thicker than paper. So I have cut out ones that have a lot of pinks in them, maybe some reds, maybe a little bit of purple, but mostly with like pink highlights in the flowers. So I'm going to cut that down to size, but I did want to show you, like, you know, basic drawing pad, sketch pad. That was those off-white pages. And look at reduced, $2.37. Watercolor paper, just a pad of that, very inexpensive style from the craft store. And then this book, which I also mentioned this one and a couple of these other things in that one mason jar video I talked about. This was just something I found at a local bookstore. Somebody else found it on Amazon after I mentioned it in the video, so you can get it there as well. But these beautiful craft pages, and this is where I got the grid one. So there's all kinds of places that you can get stuff to fill your journal. All right, so I have to cut these down, and I will do them one by one. And if you remember, our page size was 4.5 by 6.5. So let's go over here. Now see, that left edge isn't straight, so I just want to decide what's important to me in this page. And I really like this pink flower, so I want to make sure I get that in there. And go to 6.5 and make sure it's still there. And I think I'll cut off the top a little bit, so I'm just going to trim this down. 4.5. Okay, and this will not get wasted, believe me. I will fussy cut or collage this into something else. So let's see, I still have to cut this 6.5, right? Yeah. So don't worry, I am not wasting. This is so pretty. People might have trouble cutting into this, but I just figure I can always buy another book, really. I don't like to hoard anymore. Ever since we moved and downsized, I don't hoard. I use it. If I buy it, it's with the intention of using it, not storing it. Okay, so there's 6.5 on that one. Again, save those good pieces. This one, wow. Let's see, I think I like the stuff at the bottom. So I'm going to cut that. And I don't want this raw edge, so I'll come way over here. I know some of you guys are cringing like, oh, she's cutting all the way across. You could be much more efficient with your cuts, but I'm live. I don't have time to be careful. Let's see. Oh, I didn't quite make it all the way for that one. Okay, and then I just have to get this right edge off here. I would have trouble cutting it too. Yep. I mean, I understand. But, you know, I do a lot of stuff with graphic 45 paper, and people say the same thing about that, and I guess I just have gotten over the fear of cutting into those beautiful images, and I just go for it. We have to make sure we get that in here. That's pretty. 6.5 and 4.5. Okay, so I just selected 4 of those for now. And just so they match everything else I've been doing, I'm going to round the corners. And I'm going to make sure I got them all upright here. Yep. And I'm just using my good old We Are Memory Keepers, the 1/4 inch rounder. And because it's a heavy duty tool, I can do all 4 of these at one time and just round off those right corners, top and bottom. And normally I would take the time to ink the edges, but I don't think I will right now. All right, so all we have to do is punch our covers and punch our pages. So this is a cinch machine. You guys probably have heard of it. Oh, there's Els. Hi, Els. Father-in-law left behind some great books with drawn florals. Oh, awesome. Awesome. Well, I'm sure that we're going to be seeing some of that in the near future, right? Okay, so just so I get this right, the covers go into my little cinch machine here. And if you know how the machine works and you really want to know how we do this, I pulled peg number 1 forward, which means that one will not punch. And there's 11 more holes. And I am resting right against this little lip over here. And I'm just going to check my notes to make sure. Flush at the 0, pull the number 1 peg. I have it pushed all the way back. And this might jostle you a minute, so hold on. Ooh. Okay, punch through there beautifully. We have to do that to our back cover as well. If you don't have this cinch or a bind it all or some of those other ones that are out there, like I said at the beginning, you can certainly use the holes that are in the die and repunch and use with book rings. Okay, so when you do these pages, since they're a little smaller than the book covers, you have to slide over 1/4 inch on this little ruler here. And now the holes are centered across the paper. Okay, those are all done. Let me put this down. Okay, so now we have our cover. Oh, no, I got to pick that back up again because we have to cinch it. But I'll get my pages in order first. So now I'll just grab, oh, which is the prettiest one, guys? Who should we start with? Oh, I think this one. So I'm going to grab my stack that I made over here. And that's going to be my very first page when you open up this book. And then I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to open it up, grab another one, and skip a handful of pages, and grab another one, and go back here and throw that one in there. All right, beautiful. Everybody lines up, and this is going to go here, and this is going to go here. Now, this is not a class on how to use the cinch, but just in case you're curious, this is how we do it. You have to cut your little wire down to the number of holes, and I already know that I have 11. So I have pre-cut that. I'm hooking it right on the edge here, if you can see that. And I'm gonna take my pages first. Trust me, I've done it a million times. You're supposed to do your pages first, then your cover. Come on, cover. Okay, and then just to make sure this is going around the back, you do your your back cover. Okay, and then lift it off, and then we mush it in this part over here. I've already set the dial. This is a 5/8 inch coil, and you squeeze it, and now we are done. Cool, right? So this is how it looks, guys. Look. Very, very pretty. Very simple. Couldn't be easier, really. All right. Just kind of flip through. And the inside is where the coils are kind of hidden in there beautifully. So that's as easy as that. Okay, so let me show you. We'll go back to this one. I just wanted to show you, this is fabric. And now that you've seen some of the dies that I showed you, you'll start to identify some of the things that are in here. So this one's cover was made with Planner Essentials 38, the Splatter page. And I'm pretty sure that Els was using this last week on one of the lives. She was doing something really cool with the Splatter page. But if you can see these orange splatters through here, that's actually die cut through this paper here. And there's orange underneath, just a solid piece of orange under there. So it's kind of peeks through there. And then here's our cute little birds. They're all sitting on a wire here. So they're very subtly across the front there. One of the banners that I showed you in that one set. And then of course this is stamped from one of the older, in my garden stamp sets. I just wanted to point out bright pink, bright yellow. Again, design team members don't get the proper packaging because we get stuff very early, which is wonderful. So the only way that I can remember, like that's the older release, this is the newer release, is color. So anyway, so we have our little label down here that I stamped with nature, and like I said, that's fabric. And then I showed you the inside earlier, just in case you missed it. I'll just kind of flip through. There's again one of those beautiful pages. We've got ledger paper in here. We have watercolor paper in here, sketchbook paper, lots of those pretty papers like that. So there's that one, and that's the full-size die that we didn't have to trim down. And then this little guy, this is another new die. Couple of new dies. This one is from Planner Essentials 44, the folded arrow insert. And to me, it's a pocket. It looks like a pocket, like a jeans pocket. So there's words connected to some of the parts. There's this little hello. It looks like a name tag kind of thing. Hello. Cute. And oh, you got this little fold over tab, and of course a tab on the page die. So I took the page die, as you can see right there, and cut out the paper. All the paper is from two different collections. Reach behind me here. This is the beauty of the microphone. Hopefully you can still hear me when I turn around. So Worn Wood and Rusty Weathered. Two Elizabeth Crafts 12 by 12 collections. Worn Wood, Rusty Weathered. So Rusty Weathered was mainly what I used for the cover of the album. And then Worn Wood for all the pages inside. And I haven't gone through and done the entire alphabet through here yet. I did do A, B, and C so far. But each page will get a letter. And so you can see in the background there, I mentioned it earlier, is the long and tall numbers stamp set. There is one of those little birds. I cut him off of one end of this thing here. A little arrow comes from, that's the arrow that I put aside because I picked it up to use it and I couldn't remember which one it went back to. So if anybody knows where that little arrow goes, which set, let me know. Worn Wood is still my favorite paper, says Belinda. Yeah, it's pretty great. It's very versatile. This and that has been stamped from all the details, and if you saw my latest planner post, which was on the ECD blog as well as on my YouTube channel, I used this big part and I talked all about it, and I used a couple of other things in here, but it has a lot of great little phrases like that one that I just showed you. So that is that little tiny book. Very fun. And in case you wondered about the coils, packaging's all torn apart, but these are from We Are Memory Keepers, which is made by American Crafts. And this particular pack has white, and as you can see, there's some you can buy that have like teal, so that's kind of cool. All right, let's see what else I talked about. The Planner Essentials 37 is the stitched alphabet, which also has the numbers. I've been seeing some really great posts on the Facebook page using all these new things. So you guys got to make sure you check it out. The only couple that I didn't use to show you today was Planner Essentials 43, the circle words. I believe I talked about them and how I organize, what's what in my die sets. I also think I mentioned Planner Essentials 40 in my last video. I use this on my page quite a bit. And then there's Planner Essentials 41, which I did not use today or the other day. So I haven't even used this one yet, but I'm very excited. There's a lot of good things in here. And I think Esther just talked about that one quite a bit the other day. Regina, welcome. Hi, I'm new to watching, and I love all of these. Wonderful. What size did you use in the larger book coils, please? They're all the 5/8 inch. They're all the same, Honora. The new release is not in my stores yet, but I'm getting a notice when it arrives, so I can put it in an order. Wonderful. Yeah, I think that I think it's going to be very soon. If your stores don't have it yet, you're definitely going to see them very soon. Hopefully. All right, it wouldn't be a Facebook Live if we didn't have a train, an ambulance, or something, and it's right on cue out there. You hear it? I'm just looking at some of these new stamps to see, did I use them anywhere else? I did. All the details was from that one set. Yeah. Okay, so I said at the beginning that I would show you very quickly some cards that I made. Jane, Ellen, Kimball, if you could elaborate on your question, I just want to make sure. Annette, can you repeat as Hub spoke? Okay, to answer your question, Honora, the 5/8 inch on all three, if that's what you're saying. What is the size of the front and back page from that? What is the size of the front back page from that book? Which book? You have to be more specific if you're talking about these, so I can help you out and answer you. Front back page from that book. So let me know about that. Some quick cards. This particular little frame I put to good use on this cute little Halloween card. That was from which one, you guys? That one with all the stuff. Planner Essentials 39, the torn page weekly frame. So that's kind of cute. Now, not in the new release, but I did use from the flower release. A lot of these, I think these are from the holiday leaves. I can't remember the name, you guys. Anyway, I worked those in as well on a card. This one, the only thing I used was this right here, and their basic labels, I think, is the set. And I'm not sure, but I think these are pine cones. So you can use them on cards, you can use them on books, you can use them in your planner, you can use them on pizza boxes. You guys have seen all of it, right? The book with all the brown paper. Okay. This one. Mon, that's why you're speaking French to me. I got you. This book size is a little over 7 by 10. So I hope that answers your question. And I don't want to forget to say it one more time. Congrats to Shannon Bradley, who won the $50 gift certificate from last time. Congrats to her. I'm supposed to be telling you, and y'all know pretty much already, but I'll remind you, like, comment, and share today. That's how you win. That's how your name gets drawn. I forgot to mention that at the top. So sorry. So you have your opportunity now. Winter greens, it might be, I don't remember, it's across the room, and I can't get to it. Otherwise I'll rip you all off the stand here with my phone and my microphone. Thank you, Honora. It's all just beautiful. I appreciate that. Yeah, you guys make sure, like, comment, and share before we sign off. Give you a little bit of a chance to do that. Let me know if you have any questions about anything before we go. Kendra, you're welcome. Thank you for joining me. The other book, The Concise Floral, the title, please. The Concise British Flora in Color. That is an amazing book. Wonderful. Amazon, gorgeous. And in the back, I believe they have some black and white. Yeah. So really, really a good one for junk journaling and cutting apart and all that good stuff. Thank you, Alice. And Diane. Hi, Diane Barnett. Came in late, but that's okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Great tutorial. Wonderful. Yeah, that went really fast today. I mean, I'm always like 10 minutes early. I always want to give you a full hour, but unless we have questions, I think I'm going to just thank you guys and send you off on your day. And I appreciate you spending a little bit of time with me. I'm trying to think the next thing that's coming up as far as planner stuff. I just posted just a couple days ago. Actually, my post was yesterday on the blog. So if you want to see some planner pages, sort of a craft with me kind of video, I love making those, and they seem to be well received. So if you enjoy that kind of thing, for sure check out the blog, which will also link you to my YouTube, of course. Yeah, you can always rewatch later. I'm going to find some great books for sure, says Els. Yeah, I'm sure. Everything's different over there, so you're probably going to find some really cool, unique things. That's wonderful. Okay, well, I think that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this live once again. I enjoyed doing them. And hopefully I'll see you again very soon. And meanwhile, check out the blog. I'll be there for sure. Okay, thanks again, everybody. Take care.